Welcome back to another episode of LookWhatJesFound. On this channel, what I do mostly is search through penny rolls, looking for basically lesser known varieties. And for something I've been doing for well over 2 years now, obviously I've learned a lot of things, but also the things that I like, my taste buds have changed. My attitude has changed. Huh. This is the first time I've ever opened. Now, if I didn't get these myself from the bank, I, I'm a skeptical person. Paranoid might be a little bit too far, but I'm skeptical, right? I'm from Brooklyn. I've seen too many scams. Um, I used to know people in the mafia. Maybe everybody knew people in the mafia, or everybody knows people in the mafia. I don't know, but I did, and I knew some wise guys. Um, and let me tell you, as far as personality goes, I mean, there was one who I honestly, oh, look at this. Psh, these bank wrap rolls are the best, man. I'm putting this to the side. That'll be the last penny we do of the day. Because whenever they come upside down where I can't see the date, I leave them for the end. I mean, if you don't want to watch the video, I guess you'll go to the end. That's funny. We got a wheat set. I don't even think we got 10 copper pennies in here. Might only have 5 or 6, but still, yeah. So I guess if you're from Brooklyn in the '70s, you knew people who were in the mafia. That's basically it, man. Unless you were really if you were in the street, I was in the street all the time, all the time. I mean, I hated being home. Um, Even in the wintertime, I just loved running around the street for whatever reason. I'm not going to get into right now. And yeah, I knew some mafia guys. Some were in-laws. First copper penny, nice. What a beauty. And if I had to say what their number one trait was scamming. That was it. That was their number one trait, was to scam. How to make money without working. And the benefit of being around people like that is, well, it gets you suspicious. It gets you suspicious of everything and everybody. And so when I look at, for example, the the penny wrap rolls, and I'm familiar now with penny rolls. You know how they're supposed to look, what's typical inside of them. And if I see something that's atypical, definitely that's a nice looking penny. Just has some blotching on it. That's a beautiful one. And and if I see something that's out of whack, my first thought is you're scamming. You're trying to make up a scam, and you're trying to do something to get over, you know. And as far as I'm concerned, a lot. Oh, we got ourselves here. Wow, that's not for nothing, but that's a nice looking. It's pretty strong. It's just, oh, you can even see the head up here. Nah, that's too big to be the head. But that must be where they polished the head off. The head would be from where it looks like that's the back of his jacket. The head would have just came up a little bit above the stairs. Anything here on the front? Nothing. It's just on one side. I don't know. It's very, very small. It does. It's a shiny one, so we'll see. We'll figure it out later on. So that's just my nature. It's who I am. As part of my life experience. If I had to say what it's closest to, it's like PTSD almost. To be honest with you, you know, um, that's what I'd have to say. It's like PTSD. It's just something you go through in life. And I got scammed too. Um, and yes, 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 I did things that I'm not proud of as a youth and a young adult. But I got like scam radar though. Look at that. Ah, what a notch. Is that some notch? Let me look at that under the loop. Uh, no. Just anyway, that's copper penny number 4, not for nothing. That's copper. That's we're finding more copper in here than I thought we were. So it's going to be more than 5 because we already have with the wheat cent we have 5. Anyway, I don't want to get stuck on that topic. I don't think anybody comes here really to hear any of that nonsense. Um, but yeah, it was a pretty crazy. Maybe I will talk about it just in case anybody is, and I'm on it already. Yeah, Brooklyn in the '70s was and '80s for that matter were absolutely. I don't know which was crazier, the '70s or the '80s. The '70s was heroin, and then the '80s was cocaine. And it's just like so in the '70s, everybody was like, I mean, like I said, I mentioned this before. I see people as a little kid walking to school. I used to see people nodding out. That's cop pain number 5. And in the '80s, I just feel like everybody was on drugs. Also, it was just such a big thing. That's a nice 20. So we got a 2023 for the penny roll. Anyway, that's just the way it was, man. Like I said, unless if you're from the city anyway, 1988, we're looking for the flare G, no flare G. If you're from the city, that was life for many many people. That's cop pay number 6. And here goes cop pay number 7. Wow, you know what it is? They were so clean. I did not think they were copper. Anyway, I'm glad those days are over. Here goes cop pay number 8. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Sometimes I get nostalgic, and I have no idea why. 92, we're looking for the close AM. No. Oh, look at that. Has some nice mechanical. I noticed it right away. Look at the C. Wow. See, like this to me is a penny you could take and clean, really clean, like it'll be a clean scent just to see because it's too dirty. It can't get graded in this condition regardless. It's only in the bottom. Yeah, I think it's only in the bottom. But that N is cool. The E is cool. The C, yeah, maybe I'll put it to the side. Where's the other one? I don't know where the other one is. I'm probably not going to keep it. A little too much work involved. Another shiny scent? Yeah. All right. So we got the 23, right? That's the extra V. We got the shiny 24. Now we got this one here, which is not as shiny as that 24. And the other one, I'm going to get rid of the other one. I'm making a an executive decision on that. Wow. You think that's from the collar? Anything else going on? It's a pretty shiny one too. Let me see. Let me look at the other one. Compare them. Yeah, pretty good. All right, those will go into my my Lincoln Memorial. Is this copper paint number 9? Wow, I cannot believe how much copper was in here. So, all right, so I'm gonna get off all that nonsense. So, this is one of the reasons why I really started liking. Well, first of all, it could be the batch that I got, and I do not like the bank rolls 95 from out east, out west. I'm not crazy about them. All the Denvers you get. I'm not crazy about the Denver coins. It's a cool looking surface. Just a problem with the electroplating. Little off centered also. Misaligned. Excuse me. Woke up early this morning. And here's copper penny number 10. And it's an 82 Denver. Shh. What a complete penny roll, man. Way better than a lot of the copper penny number 11. Look how strong that FG is. Have you ever seen an FG that strong? Is it the whole strike? Nah, man, that FG is something else. Look at that FG. That's got to be the strongest FG I've ever seen. Red cent. All right, so this is number 10, 11. The 82 was also copper. Well, it's bronze, but whatever. And the funny thing, you know, it's funny too. I kid you not. I kid you not. This is a true story. That's another shiny shield. I got out of New York the absolute. When I tell you the first chance I got out of New York. I mean the first chance. I mean now. I jumped out of the fire into the firing pan because I went to Newark, and that was whoa. I mean, I never been out of New York, you know, and I was in some. I bet I was at some tough areas, but Newark was like, it was bazonkers there, man. And I was there for like the most violent years of their history. And then I went to Reading, and I stood there for a long time. Which Reading was pretty bazonkers when I was in Reading. Throw that in the garbage. I guess that's just part of living in poor areas. Throw that one out too. Throw, throw this one out. You know that there's a lot of drugs and violence and stuff happening. But I did get out of New York the first chance that I could, and I never looked back, man. I never looked back. And I'm glad. And I dragged my cousin and my wife along for the ride with me. And that's a shiny Lincoln. We have 3 shiny Lincolns and we got 4 shiny Shields. Is this copper penny number 13? Lucky number 13? No, it is not. It's a 98. No white AM. I mean, we're getting copper penny number 13 from that wheat set, so it doesn't really matter if we don't find any more. I think there's one more anyway. Here goes one. Here goes 13. A nice one too. I try to keep them in order of condition. Whatever good that does. Yeah, this is a nice one. Found some really nice copper pennies here today. And I keep them face up also. Just my little routine. Because I get ready for the short videos. Here goes copper penny number 4. I can't believe I only thought there was like 4 or 5 copper pennies in here. And here goes what, number 16? And last but not least, we have this nice wheat cent. I'm going to say 40s. I mean, it could, like I said, could be 50s. I've said before, could be 50s. Could be 30s. I'd be surprised if it's 30s. I wouldn't be so surprised if it was 50s. Could be 50s, high 40s, but 40s or 50s. 51. I was close. Hit it right on the head, really. Wow, that looks like the 51 looks extra thick, right? Probably just a worn die. 51 Denver. That's an interesting one. That's probably one you would probably need for your book if you were. What does a dirty 51 Denver cost on eBay? 1951 Denver wheat penny. Let's go Lowe's first. Buy it now. Yeah, in really nice condition. They're $1. So this is probably worth a quarter. That's a buck. So, but we got one. I keep I keep my wheat cents in a little jar that searched, and that's what I do with them. You know, for some further use, future use. I got it right here. And I keep it on the floor with my change. My change jars. I did a video a couple months back, and we went through all of these wheat cents. And this is the one we found today. Well, you know what? I don't even know I put that out. I have to do the short video on it. That was dumb. Okay, I gotta do the short video. But anyway, and these are the copper pennies that we found. I'll put since I do 10. Those are the shiny Lincolns and Shields, and then we got the one. Oh, the 2023 for the 2023 penny roll. And then what I'll do is there's some of these that are kind of not. I mean, they're in. Oh, we got a Woody. Nah, it's very light. But look how nice these pennies are. We got a bunch of really nice looking ones. Really, really, just surprising how nice they are. And then we got what's that? Those are the 82s. This one's really dirty. No, not really. It's nice. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I'll probably put all of these at the end. Even that one's nice. Really nice looking coins, man. This is one of the reasons I started to like bank wrap penny rolls. They're really, really good. They're so natural, like they went to a bank, they got mixed up, and you got them back totally random, not from one person. This is, if you get 50 pennies, they're probably from 50 different people. You know what I mean? Anyway, episode 767, and I'll see you in episode 768. God bless. Thank you to all my members. A special thank you to you guys and ladies for continuing to support the channel. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. And I'll see you in the next one.